What's up, guys? Just taking an evening stroll. Wanted to come out here and check my cabbages and see how they were doing. They definitely need some water. I'm trying to debate on if I'm going to water them or if it's actually going to rain, because I genuinely don't know if it's going to rain or not. It wants to. There's so many rocks in my gardens. I know that. In my garden, comma. I know that was like a tangent that I just went, took a hard left turn there. But there are. I'm out here in my bare feet because, once I take my shoes off after I get home, I really tend to not put them back on. Oh, my dog is digging. See, there's always something happening. I just watched this this episode or video that Angela Braniff posted about how your brain is distracted by so many things for so many different times through the day. I'm feeling that like right now, real hard. My dog's digging. My feet hurt because the rocks in my garden. I don't want rocks in my garden. I would really like all raised beds and let grass grow between the rows, but here we are. I have a raised bed. It's not nothing. It's not nothing. So the game plan is to build more raised beds, but I don't know that that's going to happen this year because there's just shy of 875,000 other things that we need to do. Seems to always be the consensus that there's always something, and our priority list doesn't always put the things that I want to make pretty at the top. We can garden without raised beds. I can garden without raised beds, and my husband knows it. So the raised beds don't get put to the top of the list. I really just wanted to take you guys for a little evening stroll with me. Tomorrow is Yes Day. And some of you are like, what? And then whenever I explain it, some of you are going to be like, she's nuts. Side note, brain just took a turn again. Look at this. Look at this honeysuckle coming back to life. She's cute. Look at you. I thought she died completely. I need to get a trellis here to put up against this post because she's not getting very long. But she might this year. I mean, she's definitely getting pretty barky. I moved it not last summer, but the summer before. So it was over by the chicken coop the summer before last, because where that building here is used to be a chicken wired in run for the chickens before we got 1,000 chickens. We don't have 1,000 chickens. We have like 50-ish, give or take. But we started out with 12. So we built a 10 by 15 run. We're like, oh, that'll be fine. And then chicken math happened. So that didn't quite work out anymore. So then they free ranged. And then they pooped all over my concrete. And I didn't love it. So now we have the Premier One Electronet. Or Premier One. I think it's called Electronet. I'll put a link down in the comments. Anyway, I don't remember what I was saying. Honeysuckle. The honeysuckle was by the chicken coop because I wanted it to grow up the backside of the chicken coop and grow up and over and shade the chicken coop. That didn't happen. I mean, it grew pretty far year one. But then, we built on this addition and started putting pigs in there, and the honeysuckle had to move or it was going to die. So the honeysuckle got moved to over in front of the deck to grow up the deck. Well, it's not growing up the deck because there's no trellis. So it just like sprawls across the ground, and then Lincoln hits it with the lawnmower. It's a really vicious cycle. This poor thing, I cannot believe it's alive because I've done everything in my power to kill it unintentionally. But that's where we are. So, the honeysuckle looks great. Missy's stuck. See this gate in here? In this little doorway? Yeah. That's not supposed to be closed. She likes to make her bed behind it and shut it. So every time we feed her, we have to open it and let her back out. Sunday. Sunday is the day. Sunday is the day that the gilt and the sow go together because all the feeder pigs are gone. And Sunday is also the day that the baby chicks get the heck out of my garage because I'm over it. I'm real over it. So let's pray for some happy weather in the next 2 days. I'm gonna get Missy out, by the way. I'm not just walking away from her. I'm going to get her out, but I have to get shoes on. Definitely not walking in that pig pen in my socks. I'll walk around in the grass in my socks, but I'm not walking that pig pen in my socks. So, Cutie Patootie is our gilt that is gonna go in with Missy, but we have to do some finagling on some electric fence. We've got the Premier One hog fence as well. So what we have to do is get the two of them in the same area so that we can use the electric hog fence and put them in together, excuse me, and, you know, make that happy connection happen. And then once they're together, they will forever be together unless they are farrowing, which at that point we will have the barn concreted before they farrow again so that we don't have to deal with that. All the baby goats are doing good. Vet is coming on Monday to check all them out and dehorn everybody or disbud everyone. And along with that, we're having the herd tested. We don't have any issues. There are no concerns. The only reason that we're having them tested is so when we register and sell, we can say, hey, we have a clean tested herd, blah, blah, blah. Happy hunky dory. Only because I've never had them tested and I've got 2 sets. No, I bought my Nubians from one person, my Nigerian pygmy cross girls from another person, and my registered Nigerian dwarf buck from another person. And I have another buck coming in May. And I want to make sure everybody's clean and good before I do anything crazy. Well, really, and so before I sell a goat to someone, and I don't want to not know. I want to feel better saying for certain on paper, here's the test. I got them tested. Everybody's healthy. Certain on paper, here's the test. I got them tested. Everybody's healthy. So that is the plan. To get all of them tested on Monday. We're going to have the vet look at Cookie on Monday. Farrier said that she had fat behind her front legs, but it's just an odd place for fat buildup. So we're going to have the vet check that out too while she's here. Pets are expensive, man, but for a horse, I'd rather have it checked now than checked later. Here comes Karma, trotting in the back. Chase the cat. All right, grab the coffee and off we go to the next stop. We're not going to go back with the goats because there's rocks and it hurts my feet. What else do I have to update you guys on? All the feeders are gone. We don't really have anything super exciting happening for a hot minute. Tomorrow's yes day. Okay, editing here. I mentioned yes day like 3 times. Wanted to explain what that is. For Easter, we got our kids a yes day. There's a movie out, I believe it's on Netflix, called Yes Day. That is where the idea came from. So basically tomorrow, we as parents have to say yes to everything that our children want to do. Now, that being said, there are parameters. We made preemptive rules of things that they can and cannot do. They cannot do anything potentially dangerous. They must be respectful. I can't remember what the rest of them are. It has to be geographically and financially sound. I mean, we're not like taking a vacation to Myrtle Beach tomorrow. We're in Ohio. So within, a reasonable parameter. So that being said, they have some things planned already. Basically, it's breakfast, arcade, lunch, something that they want to do to take me to, something that they want to do for their dad. We are going to spend the entire day together. So the game plan is to bring you guys along. Hopefully it's going to be a wicked awesome day. So that is what yes day is. Are we crazy? Maybe. Do I think it'll be super fun? Yes. So stay tuned for that. But continue with the vlog. Baseball season, man. It's baseball season. So videos are going to have to be few and far between. Because it's going to be hard with baseball. I think starting tomorrow, I'm going to start milking the goats in the morning. Because Neve is just not giving me anything at night. So I'm going to transition them to in the morning. Milk them in the morning with their babies for a week. And get them used to that routine. And then after a week of that, I'm going to start pulling their kids off of them at night. They're big enough now. I think we're actually like 3 weeks old. So they'll be 4 weeks by then. That's plenty of time to be able to pull the kids off. Just at night. Not all the time. Just at night. And then in the morning, I'll milk the girls out. And then mommies will go back with babies. So, I think that's it for today. I'm going to go. My cabbages are doing great. I still don't know if it's going to rain. My hibiscuses, not hibiscuses. What are they called? Are they hibiscuses? What are those big flowers? My dahlias. That's what they are. That took me a minute. Wow. So my dahlias haven't come up yet. I really wish they would because I'm really excited about those. I haven't really planning anything else. Can't really decide where I want anything. The struggle is real. I'm ready for May. May comes garden planning. I can plant my garden. I sat for hours and planned that thing out. I can plant anything I have where it needs to go. And I'm ready for it. So, stay tuned because I will definitely be bringing you guys along for that. Anyway, thanks for sharing a cup of coffee with me and taking a walk. Thanks for learning with us. We'll see you next time.